Hey everybody, welcome back. So technically this is the final boss of the DLC, because I know we already there in like 3 episodes. I don't think there was that many major bosses. I think there was only just these three. There was a couple other fights that I was kind of up in the air about uploading, because I wasn't too sure if they would be considered bosses or not. At least I didn't feel like they were. Um, Yeah, but overall, I think these fights were probably the big major ones. I was more of looking at them like cinematic boss fights or whatever. So, all right, so let's get into it then. So, I'm gonna be having Magnify healing set to both Yuffie and Sonin, and then also having Elemental stacked to Sonin, so that way he does more damage when we're doing like stagger or during damage stagger phases. So in the boss fight, we get good old Nero from Deep Ground and Dirge of Cerberus. the biggest, I guess, negative in the Final Fantasy universe. I think a lot of people think that. I think a lot of people would agree that Dirge of Cerberus is probably the worst game to come out of like the extended universe of Final Fantasy VII. Because I remember playing it way back, thinking it would be really cool to have a game where Vincent was like the main protagonist, but I don't know, it just felt so weird. It felt so different from the rest of like the Final Fantasy games, like even Crisis Core. Like Crisis Core still felt at least a little bit like it, even though the PSP version wasn't all that great. But even then, I still think a lot more people would have played Crisis Core over Dirge Cerberus. At least I know I would have. But you know, the re-release of Crisis Core was actually pretty good. Like the combat changes that they did to it was actually pretty good. But then overall, I actually like what they did with the Deep Ground members. They made Nero look like a total badass here. Like I think, like he's totally psychotic, obviously, and this boss fight's actually really cool. Like it has a cool little gimmick to it, where he has like the ability to siphon your health basically, and then like at certain points he's able to do like this big hard-hitting attack if he's siphoned enough of your HP there. So it gives kind of like that element of, oh crap, you know, to the fight a little bit. And then also considering that, like, you know, he's got his own hard-hitting abilities and stuff. Like his first phase isn't all too bad, as you can see. We've easily got him pressured. He's actually staggered right now. We'll move into the next phase like rather quickly. So the first phase, there's not really much to say about it. It's once you get to the second phase and the third phase, that's when things get like really tricky, especially on hard mode. I remember like the first time I fought him on hard mode, it took me some time. I'm not even gonna deny it. Like this fight was because I didn't learn everything that there was. Like I was still learning everything about his attacks and stuff, like how to counter them, like the best ways to you know, get damage in on him. Yeah, so it was actually rather tricky, especially this phase. This phase is where things kind of like would tend to fall apart now, because this is where he's gonna start doing like most of his like siphoning attacks and stuff. He'll start summoning, yeah, these, whatever this stuff is. I forget what it was called. Did they have a name for it in Dirge of Cerberus? I can't remember. Just, I guess, his darkness attacks or whatever it is, like he's gonna start using them more and stuff, where he's gonna start summoning. Yeah, he even cast haste on himself. So I could have done that. I could have casted haste on myself as well. I think I had it. Yeah, you can see here when he hits you, you start to get like this little purple effect to you and stuff, and then like you'll see it start like moving towards him, and then like once I think once a certain amount gets sucked in, I guess, to him, he's gonna do this soul erosion or whatever, which is a huge hitting attack. I actually survived this one because I was all like, oh crap, I'm gonna get hit, this is gonna kill me. And then I had reprieve. Reprieve saved me there. I thought that the fight was over at this point in time, so I was like, oh crap. So we need to make sure that we're trying to not get soul erosion on us. And thankfully, I think you only hit him with me one time. After that, I started to kind of be more aware of his attacks, played a little bit more safe, I guess. So it's kind of one of the reasons why I have Yuffie as like a mage character, so she can sit back, she throws her shuriken at him, and then just basically hits him with magic attacks. So another thing I also ended up doing was casting regen on both of us, because it kind of helps offset like the stuff that he does. Binding Talons is kind of command grab in fighting terms. Chaotic Pulsars. He has a lot of unblockable attacks. He has a lot of those unblockable attacks, but they're all very easy to dodge, I think. So we got pressure on him here. Oh, he's actually gonna do an attack even though we got pressure on him? That's funny. He's not stunned. He's doing soul erosion. He's gonna do it to his Sonin though. Wait, did he do it? Did we block that thing? Or did we interrupt it? I have no idea. I was looking to see like who's gonna get hit with who's gonna get hit there. I was like, oh, that's not good. Sona's getting absolutely destroyed right now. Yep, so he's gone. So I could have revived him. I think I had revive on Yuffie during this, but I decided not to. So yeah, now we're going the rest of the fight solo. So honestly, my first thought was like, yeah, this fight's gonna end. This fight's absolutely gonna end, and I just wanted to see how far I could get with just Yuffie. You know what I mean? I wanted to kind of learn more of his patterns and stuff, kind of figure out a way to. Because I was like, ah, crap, Sonin died. Let's try this again. I'm not gonna have enough damage, kind of thing, you know. So I was like, yeah, let's try it again, but let's see how far we can get first before he kills me. So yeah. So we're moving on to the third phase. So I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, well, here's where I'm definitely gonna die, because he's gonna do some crazy. This is where he's gonna do some crazy shit. Because at some point he's gonna do this this ability where he covers the entire arena basically in the darkness, in his darkness ability. So I was like, yeah, that's probably gonna end up killing me at some point. So yeah, he casts haste on himself again, same thing as well. But now I'm starting to I'm just kind of like, I'm playing very, I want to say passively, not entirely, but like yeah, I'd take my shots when I could, you know, but for the most part, I was kind of just staying back. As long as I stayed away from him, I felt like I was kind of okay. Cause like, what was like the only range ones that he does, he'll shoot his pistols at you. He does Cathlonic Surge or whatever that wave ability on the ground. And then like most of his melee attacks, like when he wants to do his melee attacks, you can obviously tell when he's going to do it because he'll try to teleport to you and stuff. And I just stayed on the move to avoid it. I took some damage just so I could hit him with banishment. Man, that move is really tricky to dodge the salvo. Still got hit with it, but I'd probably, I don't mind taking like those little tiny hits. Those tiny hits aren't too bad. It's the big ones that obviously you don't want to get hit with, of course. Chaotic Pulsars, this one's easy to dodge. Use that to cast Chakra on myself. Anyways, yeah, so I think once you get to a certain amount of damage during this phase, that's when he's gonna cast the big darkness. Maybe that's phase 4. I think that's phase 4 when he does that. Because I think right now it's just like, yeah, things are ramping up and stuff, and then like then he's gonna do the big one right when you get to phase 4. So yeah, so I think at this point I'm starting to believe now. I'm like, I think I can do this. Let's see if I can. Let's absolutely see if I can do this. I'm like, we're not gonna deviate from the game plan. If this takes longer, who cares? We're just gonna play safe. We're gonna come back. We're gonna chip shot him with with my range ability. Like we'll sneak in some physical attacks every now and then. You know, not get too crazy with it. Because I definitely don't want to get grabbed by him. His grab's gonna do a lot of damage. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, see, this is where he's going to do it. Yeah, Dark Matter. He's going to cast the whole thing. And this is where I thought things were going to go. Because a lot of the times for me, like when I was doing this, like my first time fighting this guy on hard mode, like this is where things would go like south. Sonon would die. I'm sitting there trying to revive him and stuff. And then like I'd end up paying the price. But yeah, as you can see, this is like poison on steroids. If you like look at it, just absolutely take your health down. And this doesn't last the entire rest of the fight. It actually goes away after a set amount of time. So basically, I am completely shocked I didn't get grabbed there. I actually thought I did get grabbed there. But yeah, as you can see, it disappeared there. So it doesn't last very long. It's just like one of those ones where, you know how like the bosses have like their big meaty attack, you know, this is Nero's big meaty attack. And I would just say just outlast it. Don't even try to be aggressive, just stay alive. I think at that point in time, just stay alive. Like, keep your regen up, like maybe get your barrier if you're using barrier, put haste back up if you've got it, heal yourself up if you can. So now I'm like, okay, so now the dark matter bit's done. I'm like, I survived that. Let's, I survived that. I'm like, let's go. Now we're back into like basically just the basic third phase, which was totally fine to do. So I'm seeing that his stagger gauge is almost up, and I'm like, alright, if we get a stagger, dude, like, yeah, I can do some real meaty damage there, you know? Because, yeah, so far, nothing is changing so far. He's still doing the same old stuff. Sweeping darkness, he'll come in there with, like, a wing swipe, Cathlonic surge. He's still doing, like, you know, he hasn't done anything new. He's not doing anything that's, like, threatening me at this point in time. Hit him with the banishment. Boom! I mean, I honestly think I would have ended the fight if I had Sonar with me. This fight would have been over. Yeah, so we hit his his damaged block. So now he puffs out his wings here. Now he's got even more reach. Oh yeah, here comes some new attacks. So that's a new attack that he does. His sweeping darkness now has even more range to it. So I just decided, I'm like, hey, let's just stay even farther away from him. So what you can do here is you can target his wings, and if you destroy his wings, you'll put him in pressure state, which will allow you to get the stagger on him. Because I think normally you won't get that. You won't get it on its own just by hitting him. But I wasn't going to focus on that so much because I was all like, I could see that my limit break's about to get filled up. So now I'm just playing for my limit break. So I'm like, here, let's get some damage in here. If I take a hit, cool, I get my limit break. And then that's basically game right here. Like, this is, if I didn't miss. If I whiffed, then yeah, we would have had a problem. But that's game. Oh, wait, nope. Never mind. Her limit break does not do as much damage as some of the other ones. I think limit synchronize is the big one that does like a ton of damage. I think that's the one that does a lot of damage for Yuffie. Hers on her own, it's kind of like, yeah, it's alright, because you don't get a new one. Like Bloodbath is basically the limit break you only get. So yeah. So I'm all like, all right, let's not get greedy here, because I was trying to end the fight, and I'm like, all right, let's not get greedy here. Yeah, see, as you can see, I'm starting to take kind of silly hits here. So I was like, all right, let's calm down here. Just take our time, because I've gotten this far just basically playing this way, and then that's game. We beat it. You know, I was surprised this myself. I was all like, damn, I really could have done this fight solo. I probably could have done this whole DLC solo, now that I'm thinking about it. But it is what it is. Maybe I'll go back and do it in the future. We'll see. But as of right now, I think I just kind of was like, I was unsure whether or not I would have been able to pull it off. I don't know. I mean, I did it for the main game, so I don't know why I didn't think I couldn't do it for the DLC. Kind of weird. No faith in myself, man. Right? No faith. And I think this is like the third time I've actually completed this DLC. I'm thinking the third time I've completed it. Because I did it on normal, I did it once on hard, and this is the second time I've this is the second time I've done it. Or maybe I've done it again. I'd have to look at how many times I've beaten Nero. But I think with the end of that, that's the end of this DLC. Nice clip through there with, I don't even know why that's there. The container is there, but it's whatever. So I think with that, that's the end of the main story for both Remake and Intergrade. So the only thing that's left is basically the VR missions, and those will be coming up next. So enjoy the rest of this cutscene, and I'll see you guys in the VR missions. Peace.
Going for us.
No. Stop it. So not.